Hello and welcome to the UCCS Teacher Education and Licensure Program Overview. My name is Sarah Kaka and I work in the TELP program. My goal today is just going to give you an overview of what the program is, as well as what the requirements are and the professional year. So the TELP program is a one-year intensive full-time program known as the Professional Year from May to May that leads to recommendation for licensure from the state of Colorado. Undergraduate students will get your major baccalaureate degree from the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences. You'll complete your requirements for your major, your BA, and licensure at the same time. If you already have a baccalaureate degree, you'll come back as a post-bac student, and you're only going to apply for the licensure option. Both undergraduate and post-bac programs have our complete admission processes that are different from the university, so make sure that you come and apply directly through us, not the university, if you're interested. So what does TELP actually consist of? Some things that we pride ourselves on. Number one, we integrate education courses with professional field experiences. Throughout the course of your professional year, you are taking courses here on campus. At the same time, you're also working out in the field, assigned to schools. We do this very purposefully. The things that you're learning in your methods classes, you should be able to then take and apply immediately in your courses that you're teaching in your site. But then what you're learning at your site, you also should be able to come back and discuss in your methods courses. We provide students with the knowledge and experiences that will assist them in making decisions as teachers. You will be very pedagogically knowledgeable by the time you're done with the program. We promote a value of diversity through coursework and field experiences. And we are training teacher candidates with the necessary 37 to 40 credit hours of education coursework, depending on if you're secondary or elementary. So I'm going to kind of quickly go through the steps in order to get into the TELP program. The first thing that you need to do are to meet the application requirements sometime during the fall before you want to start your professional year. So it's kind of a two-step process. Step one is you'll go over to student success and you'll meet with your advisor there for your degree audit with either Bill Bannister or Ruth Sansing. Then you will call the College of Education and you'll have a TELP advising session. And you should really bring the advising form from Bill or Ruth with you, and as well as official or unofficial transcripts from all of your schools. The reason we do this is that Bill and Ruth take care of your major requirements and we look at your teacher education and licensure requirements. So we really do work together and we kind of double check each other's work. You also need to have a cumulative GPA of 2.5 if you're undergraduate and 2.75 if you're a post-bac student, and you must have a B- or better in all of your core College of Education courses, including Math 3010 and 3020. These are the core education courses that all students are required to have completed before they start their professional year. If you're undergraduate, you'll take 12 hours. If you're post-bac, you take 15 hours. All students take School, Society, and Diversity. They take the Early School Diversity Experience, Introduction to Special Education, and Educational Psychology. If you're a post-bac student, you must also take ESL for Educators. So once you have actually gone through the requirements as far as advising with student success and as well as TELP, you must actually apply. We start accepting applications for the TELP program between October 1st, but no later than February 1st. So by the end, or by February 1st, these are the following things that you must have turned into the College of Education, to the Student Resource Office. Your application, which is actually online. And if you found this website for the video, then obviously you found the website for the application. You must pay a $50 application fee to the cashier's window in Main Hall, and then you just bring us the receipt. We don't accept your money. All we do is take the receipt and we file that. You need to have one official copy of transcript from each institution you have attended. There's an Experience with Children and Youth form, a career goal statement, reference forms, and then proof of an instant background check. All these things need to be completed before February 1st. Once you've completed the application process and everything has been processed, we will contact you for an interview sometime in the spring. You'll be notified of the date and time, and you will be scheduled for an hour. It's a 30-minute writing sample when you come in, and then a 30-minute interview. Once you go through the application and the interview process, we will decide whether or not we're going to admit you, and you should receive a letter sometime during April informing you of the decision on your application. The next step is to ensure that you pass the Praxis 2 or the PLACE sometime during the spring or summer or fall before you start student teaching in the spring of the professional year. It's up to you whether or not you want to take the Praxis or the PLACE. The PLACE is a Colorado licensure exam and the Praxis is a national licensure exam. Feel free to go to either of their websites for more information. The most important thing from all of this, though, is that you cannot student teach unless you pass the exam. So you will not be allowed back into a school for student teaching in the spring semester without passing this exam. We encourage you to take it early in case you have to take it more than once. All right, step 6 is that you were admitted, you took your exam, and now it's time for the professional year. So let's talk about what that looks like. It is an entire year. It starts in May. You will have 1 day of orientation in May, and we will give you information about that once you have been made aware of your admission. Let's talk about what the summer looks like. So if you are an elementary teacher candidate in the summer, you'll be taking 2 methods courses in the summer during the month of June. You take an elementary reading methods as well as an elementary curriculum instruction and classroom management course. If you're a secondary student, you have the same kind of concept, also in June, but yours is a little bit different. In the mornings, you're actually going to be at a school site working with summer school. In the afternoons, you'll take a methods class, Methods for Secondary Education. Let's talk about fall. The fall of the professional year is really the beginning of what we see as one of the strengths of our program. We have professional development school sites. We work in a cohort group, so starting in the summer, your group will work through the entire year together. We find that this model strengthens our program, and you get the support that you need both from your peers as well as all the way to the top within the College of Education. Elementary, we typically are at 8 to 10 school sites. We place you at a school site. Typically, you're with 4 to 6 other teacher candidates at the same time. Secondary, we usually have 3 sets of sites. We have a middle school paired with a high school. The whole idea with this is that you get hands-on practice in your assigned site, combining methods theory with real-world supervised experience. The way the fall semester works is that you have a lot of support. You have a clinical teacher, a site coordinator, a site professor, all of whom are there to make sure that you are as successful as you can be. If you are an elementary teacher candidate in the fall, you are taking a few different courses while you're doing your field experience. In the mornings, for the most part, you are at your school site that's been assigned to you, and then you come and take methods courses on campus. You have an elementary literacy methods in the afternoon, math methods, science methods, and then social studies methods. All these courses you're taking in conjunction while you're at your school site. So again, as I said earlier, what you're learning in your methods classes, you're then taking and directly applying to your school site experience. Secondary, it's much of the same. You are at your school site all morning, and then you come on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday afternoons, and you take reading and writing in the content area, curriculum instruction and assessment, and then your content methods course. So it's the same idea of taking what you're learning in your methods courses and applying it to your school site experience. So assuming you have received at least a B- or better in all of your coursework during the summer and fall, and you've passed your place of praxis, in the spring you go on to full-time student teaching. So you will actually go we'll assign you to one of the sites that you worked at in the fall, and you are there from the beginning of the semester all the way up until graduation. You don't come on campus at all for any methods courses. Instead, it's all hands-on teaching for the entire semester with a minimum of 3 weeks of solo teaching. So I hope this short overview has been helpful to you, but if you still feel like you have questions and you would love to meet with one of us, feel free to contact us here at the College of Education at the Student Resource Office at 719-255-4996, or you can email us at education@uccs.edu. Hope you have a great day.